Let's see and discover how to become the partner of desires, become the desired person. This can be possible only by changing our attitude, often just a few things in our behavior. Stay glued at this video until the very end, and you will find out that it is not so difficult. Throughout the centuries, time has brought us pearls of wisdom, maxims that have withstood social and cultural changes. What's astonishing is how some of these ancient wisdoms are still relevant in a somewhat eerie way. One of the major movements of the past are the Stoics, but what is Stoicism? Stoicism is a school of Hellenistic philosophy that flourished in ancient Greece and Rome. The Stoics believed that practicing virtue was sufficient to achieve eudaimonia, a well-lived life. This might sound like a too simple recipe to be true, but let's enter deeper inside this topic to understand, and in the meantime discover how sometimes be a better version of ourselves can be easy. We've seen in previous videos how to face ourselves, how to regain balance, and how to use our natural resources. Today, we'll tackle a new chapter that we'll call Love Like a Stoic. We'll try to understand how our ancestors understood how to build an indissoluble bond and embark on a journey that will have the strength and impact to redesign the very essence of your relationship. In a world dedicated to superficiality and shallow sensations, reclaiming values and transforming your love into something not only lasting but deeply wise. By understanding Stoicism, we'll be able to evolve and develop the ability to manage our emotions in a fulfilling way. Whether your love is blooming anew or has been your anchor for years, the Stoic principles we're about to immerse ourselves in offer a path towards a deeper and more solid partnership amidst the digressions that society puts in front of us as deadly traps for our love. We're used to living in complicated relationships, which often not only aren't constructive but actually undermine our self-esteem, and it's like always being at the mercy of a love shaken by storms. But today, we'll understand how to get out of it and live a life of love, strengthened precisely by all those adversities we find ourselves facing. Today we are not holding another seminar on self-esteem, love and awareness, but it's a paradigm shift waiting for you to react to the toxic influences that are putting us in life. Stay tuned until the very end to this video if you want your life to take a different path. It's a small investment, a few minutes, but it will have immeasurable value for your existence, because today we'll discover together these timeless truths, and only by understanding them and making an effort to apply them to your life could you discover that your love story has been rewritten in a truly extraordinary way, and the journey is just beginning now. The ancient Greeks encouraged applying the dichotomy of control. This is a simple but powerful aspect of Stoic philosophy. It involves focusing on what you can control and letting go of what we cannot control, as we discussed in the previous video. This powerful elixir, when applied to love, means understanding that while you cannot control your partner's thoughts, behaviors, or emotions, you can control your reactions and choices. For example, if your partner is having a difficult day, you cannot change their mood, but you can choose to show solidarity and understanding. This shift of attention from trying to control your partner to understanding and managing your reactions can be transformative, leading to a more harmonious and respectful relationship. We've previously talked about gratitude, but also practicing acceptance and compassion, which are two vital aspects at the core of Stoicism. Our Greek and Roman ancestors taught us to accept things as they are, not as we would like them to be. In relationships, this means accepting your partner with all their strengths and weaknesses without trying to change them. It's about understanding that imperfection is part of being human. This acceptance leads to deeper empathy as you learn to see the world through your partner's eyes. When disagreements arise, instead of reacting with frustration, approach the situation with a mindset of understanding and empathy. Remember, compassion in a relationship doesn't just mean being kind when things are going well, but also showing kindness and understanding when things aren't going well. This is not synonymous with weakness, because it's easier to endure situations that we don't like that only lead to destructive reactions, rather than with firmness carry on our feelings, not with tolerance but with sharing. This approach will only cultivate mutual growth. In fact, this new way of living as a couple will not only help our personal growth, but will also make us grow together with our partner. This implies cultivating mutual dreams and ambitions. It's about finding joy in each other's successes and providing support in times of struggle, engaging in activities that promote mutual growth. The biggest mistake couples make, and I know something about it from my life experiences, is thinking that a relationship should be lived symbiotically, so doing everything together, giving up our passions or making our partner give up their passions, thus putting an enormous responsibility on the relationship. Growing together is understanding what our needs are and what our partner's needs are, without ever thinking that ours are more important than theirs and vice versa. This shared growth not only brings you closer, but also keeps your relationship dynamic and enriching. Remember, in a Stoic relationship, you're not Siamese twins, just as you're not just lovers. You're teammates in the journey of life. To help us in this, we come to being able to build honest and integral communication. Communication, the cornerstone of every strong relationship, as well as its greatest weakness. As we said, the act of weakness lies in not communicating our desires to our partner. Stoicism teaches us the value of honesty and integrity in your relationship. This means having open and honest conversations. It's about creating a safe space where both partners feel listened to and respected. The first effort to be made is to be ready to listen to things we don't like, but at the same time be willing to make an effort to understand, which doesn't mean bending to things we don't share, but being willing to accept that our partner may have thoughts and opinions as well as passions different from ours, without judgment and impositions, leaving them the possibility to live them. When you communicate, focus on expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and actively listening to your partner. Avoid assumptions and jumping to conclusions. Instead, try to understand before being understood. Remember, in constructive communication, the goal is not to win an argument, but to create understanding and strengthen the bond. But above all, accepting the different gives us the opportunity to better know the person with whom we are sharing a piece of life. If we can listen to each other, understand each other, and accept passions different from ours, without taking sides in the discussion like a football hooligans, we can embrace shared values and goals. Aligning with shared values and goals is a kind of final stage in achieving our success and love. The ancient Greeks and Romans placed great emphasis on living according to nature and virtue. As a couple, take the time to discuss and identify your core values. They could be anything from honesty, loyalty, adventure, to intellectual growth. Once these values are identified, set goals that reflect them, perhaps traveling together or even separately to different places to return happy and eager to share the emotions of places that excite us or those of a concert by our favorite singer. Pursuing and having shared goals not only strengthens the bond, but also ensures that the relationship is guided by principles that both appreciate. As we have seen, we can exponentially improve our relationship only with common sense and open-mindedness. Important things to avoid narcissistic behaviors. We must build a partnership based on understanding, growth, and mutual respect. It is about facing the journey of life together with wisdom and respect. I hope you have come to this point in life, because if you apply these principles, your love story will benefit greatly. Be inspired to infuse into your relationship the timeless wisdom of our ancestors who have passed down a philosophy as strong and powerful as Stoicism. Don't let this moment pass. Don't let modern society make your life sloppy and devoid of feeling. Forget your cell phone when you're with your partner and focus on the relationship, on sharing. You have billions of things to tell each other. You just have to find honesty and not be afraid of judgment and your partner's reactions, because if you or your partner is not willing to listen, maybe it's better to think that this love is just a narcissistic trap, but we'll talk about this in another video. Remember that I'm waiting for you in the comments, and I expect you to share your thoughts and experiences. Remember, every like helps us grow together. Our community is growing at impressive rates. Subscribe, share, and join the conversation now. Thank you for being here until the end, and remember that wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness.